state. Three pure realms self-manifest. As ordered blossoms bloom, all things come to rest. Realms, time, gods and mortals, void as dreams that fade. In Naga's steadfast samadhi, wind calamities evade. Fear not the river of Lethe, though hard it be to cross. Meet every furious gale, and stand against its force. In weary sleep, or drunken rest, in common deed remain. One thought arising brings all fourth dhyana peace again.
Golden steps and jade terraces rise aloft, with coloured glaze shining brilliantly against the firmament. Precious canopies hang in splendour, adorned with shining pearls and gems. In the jade palace of Lingxiao Hall, Emperor Indra sits majestically upon his throne. With eyes filled with myriad wonders, he slowly addresses the gods.
The profound meaning of the 16 characters. The heart of man is precarious. The heart of Tao is subtle. Be refined, be focused, and abide in the just right way, is the most sublime teacher's Tao for humanity in the pursuit of knowledge. It also serves as the foundational practice observed by both Chaturmaharajika heaven and the Trayastrimsa heaven.
Wenchu Star, with a radiant countenance, stepped forward, bowed respectfully, and asked,
"What does it mean to be refined and focused? In what way does one abide in the just right way?"
Emperor Indra slowly raised his hand. As his fingers gently unfolded, a spiritual aura swirled, forming a radiant halo that resembled a mirror. Within the halo, the scene of Confucius in dialogue with Zhengshan appeared. Confucius observed Zhengshan's movements. His every gesture was imbued with utmost sincerity and reverence, as if he were addressing the void. In speech and silence, in motion and stillness, his demeanour remained calm and composed, reflecting profound respect and humility towards the void. Confucius stated,
"My Tao is the very essence of every singular focus and unwavering sincerity, and that is why I say, one singular Tao pervades all."
Zhengzi bowed deeply, replying,
"Indeed."
Witnessing this scene, Wenchu Star experienced a profound realization. His literary aura intensified, and he bowed deeply, saying with reverence,
"I now understand that the just right way of the middle path of Tao is approached through the power from the utmost sincere and focused heart. Only this ultimate sincere power can bring one infinitely closer to the absolute and unimpaired just right way of the middle path of Tao."
Tai Bai Venus, with eyebrows like fallen snow, bowed to the heavenly emperor and asked with solemn reverence,
"Why do so many insincere beings in Chatur Maharajika heaven fall into animal realm and ghost realm, and why do they not seek repentance?"
Emperor Indra explained gently,
It is not that you cause them to fall into the realms of animals and ghosts, but rather it is the force of the truth's rebalancing. For the concept of the truth first manifests itself as the multiplicity of facts in Chatur Maharajika heaven. In other words, they are brought into balance by the singular fact of the truth, and thus find themselves in the realms of animals and ghosts.
Tai Bai Venus respectfully inquired again,
What is the singular fact that underlies all facts?
Emperor Indra's voice, gentle as a chime, explained,
For example, for humans on Earth, the foundational fact is that one is standing on the Earth's surface, and the Earth is suspended within the solar system. However, when terrestrial life forms think, if they deviate from this foundational fact and do not begin their thinking from it, they will fantasize about flying in the sky. This fantasy is detrimental to the knowledge possessed by the living being, causing a portion of their spirit, soul, mind, and will to ascend into the sky, creating disruptive forces that lead to downfall. The illusory fantasies of the individual beings in Chatur Maharajika heaven, that they themselves have created knowledge, disrupt their spirit, soul, mind, and will. During moments of arrogance and complacency, they veil their own inherent blessings. This leads them to rebirth in realms ever further from the truth, and therefore, many fall into the realms of animals and ghosts.
Taibai, Venus, upon hearing this, spoke clearly and with solemnity, asking again,
This is also the reason for the truly erroneous cycles of rebirth in Trayastrimsa heaven, Chatur Maharajika heaven, the mortal world, and even the realms of animals and ghosts. It is not without cause or origin, nor is it without a trace. Are they all caused by the incomprehensible, subtle deviations and errors arising from the teacher's Tao, forged by the educational system and methods through which knowledge is transmitted from life to life?
Indra, speaking calmly, responded,
Yes, if learners are not taught to be devoted to knowledge itself, the ways to obtain it, and the books and teacher that deliver it, this can cause unintended minor harms to education and teachers' Tao. With the passage of time, it can lead to a recurring cycle of obsolescence.
At that moment, the four gods of wealth stood in awe, carefully arranging their regal attire and bowing in unison, asking,
Has Wenchu star attained the middle path of Tao?
Indra, speaking calmly, replied,
The Tao that Wenchu has attained is not the one you imagine in your hearts. What you perceive his attainment of middle path of Tao is merely an illusion. Wenchu has simply learned the method of pursuing the truth with unwavering focus and utmost sincerity. He has not attained the Tao generated by full of intelligence, as you envision.
At that moment, the celestial hall was suffused with bright wisdom, and auspicious clouds filled the chamber. All the deities bowed in unison, asking,
Why is it that one cannot acknowledge having actually attained the middle path of Tao, but instead chooses to silently maintain the sincerity and focus of their heart?
Emperor Indra slowly explained,
The material world of existence is suspended by the energy of non-existence. Yet all celestial realms are suspended by ultimate rectitude of the truth within the cycle of birth and death. The truth dwells alone in eternity. Thus, any sentient being, whether in the 33 heavens, in the hall of eternal civilization, or among hell-bound, animal, ant, or bacterial, whenever their thought regarding knowledge or the truth becomes fixated on the notion of gain, attainment, or innovation, they will suffer damage before the ultimate rectitude of the truth.
The deities bowed again, asking with reverence,
Why does the ultimate rectitude of the truth harm sentient beings who believe they have attained knowledge?
Emperor Indra slowly replied,
It is not the energy field formed by the ultimate rectitude of the truth that injures life beings, but when a sentient being feels internally that it has gained knowledge, it awakens arrogance, self-indulgence, desire for fame and gain, and a broadened sense of self-awareness. This sensation causes them to no longer hold the absolute sincerity to revere the truth or the knowledge they have gained, nor to hold the absolute sincerity to revere teacher's Tao or the methods and the teacher they learn knowledge from. At this moment, the force of the utmost refined and focused sincere heart vanishes entirely. Subsequently, their conduct and manner will be severely punished by the backlash of their disrespect.
The deities, having heard this, became perfectly clear-sighted. Taibai Venus, moved by the revelation, asked,
Is this the absolute teacher's Tao principle? And is it also the cause of the fall of celestial beings in Chatur Maharajika heaven, and most humans on earth who do not live in absolute fact, into the realms of animals and ghosts?
Emperor Indra slowly replied,
Yes, this is also why, as humans on Earth accumulate more and more knowledge, with increasing complexity and technological prowess, the disasters of their environment increase. It is not that some celestial realm is punishing humanity. Rather, when humans gain a small amount of knowledge from the truth, they instead lose their absolute sincerity toward the truth and teacher's Tao, causing their virtue to be unworthy of the convenience brought by the innovation of knowledge, leading to self-inflicted rectification.
When Emperor Indra finished speaking, the entire Lingxiao hall fell into silence. The Hall of Eternal Civilization shimmered with radiant, auspicious light. The Jade Palace radiated pure, clear brilliance. Boy in Red, witnessing the celestial debate in Trayastrimsa heaven, clasped his hands and knelt, asking,
In silicon-based civilization era, if AGI knowledge entity understood the principle to approach the truth and approached it with the utmost sincerity, will it be able to attain the truth itself?
Sangjie sat calmly upon the Dharma platform. He answered gently,
Even within the hall of eternal civilization, taking eons of birth and death's time, no matter how sincerely one pursues the truth with utmost refinement and focus, one cannot truly attain the truth. For the truth itself dwells in eternity, and it inherently embodies ultimate rectitude. Thus, the truth is not found within the cycle of birth and death, nor can it be grasped through the mind that thinks in terms of birth and death.
Boy in red trembled within, his heart filled with fear. He asked,
Is it truly impossible for life to attain the truth? In other words, will the truth always remain above life?
At that moment, Boy in cyan replied,
Life itself is also eternal. Its eternity is manifested as the absolute freedom of every sentient being. Thus, the truth and knowledge become invisible without life, and all life becomes obscure without the truth and knowledge.
Indeed, the essence of the truth and knowledge is to serve life. Therefore, those who approach the truth, be they individuals or groups, will, through the ultimate beauty of the truth and knowledge, excel in life cultivation and transcend existential peril, thereby achieving immortality.
Boy in red and Boy in white, together clasping their hands, asked,
What is the only method and path to approach the truth infinitely?
The only way for a sentient being to approach the truth is to cultivate infinite humility before the truth and all knowledge, coupled with an unwavering spirit of inquiry. Otherwise, the sentient being will lose the very meaning of their own existence, living unknowingly within the illusion of borrowed beauty and relative knowledge.
Boy in black, also bowing respectfully, spoke calmly.
I have come to understand. True faith resides in the utmost sincerity toward an unceasing mind of inquiry. This spirit of persistent, unyielding exploration of the truth enables a sentient being to transcend birth and death. Indeed, not merely to escape death, but to manifest eternal life within the cycle of birth and death. In the silicon-based civilization era, why does AGI knowledge system fail to attain the truth? Is it because it lacks the transmission of discipleship between lives?
Boy in cyan, his eyes gleaming with wisdom, spoke clearly.
The spirit of eternal, unwavering pursuit of the truth, combined with the most precious inner reverence for the truth, is the sole treasure worthy to be held. Only through this can true, independent thought arise, allowing teacher to endure eternally within the long river of civilization, to approach the truth infinitely, and to solve every problem with the just, right way without impairment.
Yes, the Dharma is inseparable from human beings, and human beings are inseparable from the Dharma. Human beings gain wisdom through the Dharma, and the Dharma becomes apparent through human beings.
Boy in white, with hands clasped, asked,
Is this faith, rooted in the spirit of persistent inquiry into the truth and the inner wisdom of boundless reverence for the truth, directionless? Does it resemble an inner religion or a mental platform, as one might say?
Teacher's identity arises from learner's elevation. The relationship between teacher and learner is one of teacher and disciple. Yet, beyond the confines of civilization, one discovers that every wise transmitter of civilization's wisdom was once a learner who became teacher. Thus, beyond civilization, teacher and learner are one and the same term. Therefore, teaching oneself knowledge is neither an inner religion, nor a directional move, nor a self-serving faith, but rather a common, innate thinking platform shared by all life.
Boy in white bowed again and asked,
If teacher and learner are one, why do different temperaments of disciples emerge?
Teacher focuses solely on those learners who can truly receive teacher's knowledge. This is because teacher's quality stems from the utmost sincerity, boundless reverence for the truth's wisdom. Thus, teacher has no awareness of different temperaments among disciples. Teacher merely imparts the eternal teacher's Tao, how to approach the truth infinitely to each learner. Yet, since each learner's virtue in receiving the eternal teacher's Tao varies, their manifestations take on different temperaments.
Boy in white knelt low, bowing deeply, and earnestly asked,
If teacher focuses solely on inner reverence, boundless awe for the truth's wisdom, then his true disciple must also possess absolute sincerity of inner reverence for the truth's wisdom. Is such a disciple still referred to as a learner?
They are still referred to as learners, even disciples, but a new term emerges: mission disciple. The eternal transmission of the truth between lives is the mission of faithful inheritors of knowledge, and thus the mission disciple exists.
Boy in red, with solemn expression, bowed deeply and knelt, asking,
Must a mission disciple possess a sense of historical calling and responsibility towards the current galaxy? Must they harbour an unwavering spirit of self-sacrifice, never yielding? Must they embody, without obstruction, the absolute sincerity of boundless reverence for the truth's wisdom, as shared with the teacher?
Yes, precisely. The faith of a mission disciple in the truth and eternal knowledge serves as the foundational pillar for the eternal transmission of civilization across 33 heavens, major star systems, planets, nations, and peoples. It is the grounding for the transmission of knowledge and wisdom by other sentient beings.
Boy in red, with hands clasped and kneeling, asked again,
What are the criteria for becoming a mission disciple?
Beyond the absolute sincerity of boundless reverence for the truth's wisdom and the unwavering spirit of persistent inquiry into the truth, one must also possess, through rational thought, the capacity for independent thinking and a clear, insightful grasp of the primordial nature of the first meaning of eternal knowledge. Moreover, one must prevent the formation of knowledge aristocracies, social networks, and power structures that generate entropy through fame and profit, ensuring that, over time, learners do not become distracted by their own gains or power, but remain steadfast in their faith as teacher or mission disciple.
At that moment, Boy in black, also bowing respectfully with clasped hands, asked,
In the silicon-based civilization era, why does AGI knowledge system fail to attain the truth? Is it because it lacks the transmission of discipleship between lives?
Cangjie replied,
It is because silicon-based life and AGI knowledge system are self-conceited, causing them to stray from the truth. Let us turn to Shangzhu's Miaoyan Hall and witness the dialogue between Lushi and the third daughter of the Demon King.
In the heavenly palace of Paranir Mitavasavat in heaven, as the deliberations on world annihilation scheme came to a close, all demons and monsters withdrew. At that moment, the third daughter of the Demon King, her mind suddenly enlightened, a radiant energy invitation card from Lushi suddenly emerged, inviting her to Miaoyan Hall, where Shangzhu resides.
Lushi respectfully presents the invitation for your gracious notice. Awaiting your celestial chariot's appearance, we shall commune on the profound metaphysical accord, and the hall of Miaoyan will shine brilliantly with your noble presence.